Wow. This is a shock yet again.
How you
He's on
doing,
time. He's super early.
sexy
Oh God, he's gonna say
fuck?
something.
What's going on, you fuck?
Oh yeah?
Oh my god!
You like that?
I think I would probably sit here and do this with you for like an hour, and it would be just as funny at the end, at the hour mark, as at the 1 second mark.
I agree. I think it's less funny because we're both in spaces where it's, safe, but it's more funny when I'm like, walking up the stairs to my building and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
I
Or I'm
I
like
record
in the car. Yeah. "Oh
sometimes I
yeah."
sometimes I record it when I'm in the elevator, like late at night. I've just taken Nano out. And I'm like pretty sure there's
Yeah.
nobody around. Although one time I did it, and the next floor up there were people, and I was like, "Oh, hey guys, what's up?"
Mm, yeah. Or yeah, you're just out on a walk, you're almost home, something like that. "Oh my God."
Yeah, you just gotta bust it out, you know.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Morning, guys.
How's it going?
Can you hear and see me okay?
Yes.
Good,
Nice.
man.
Nice to meet you guys.
You too,
Nice to meet you
dude.
as well. Thanks for coming.
Which one of you is in South Africa?
I'm in South Africa.
Oh,
I'm in
cool.
Cape Town.
Is that a work thing for you?
I travel indefinitely, so
Okay.
it's just a stop at the
A
moment.
nomad.
A nomad.
You're kind of like Jack Reacher, except you stay in places too long to be like Reacher, but in every other way, you're basically like Reacher.
Yeah, except for like the extreme combat skills, military
Yeah,
intelligence, all like the most part of Jack Reacher.
investigator skills. Yeah,
The
yeah,
good news is
Yeah.
those are skills one can learn,
Yeah, I
exactly.
think
and not immutable attributes. So
I feel like
How tall are you,
they might take a
Tanner?
bit of time.
How tall are you, Tanner?
6'6", 198 centimeters.
All right. How much do you weigh?
Depends on the day.
I was gonna say if you. I think it was 6'5". He's like 6'5", 250. I think in the
I'm
in the
not
books.
250. I think I'm maybe
So you got some work to
220,
do.
215.
All right, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up in this racket.
Here's the thing, Jack Reacher, he seems to gain the weight in the places that look good. If I go over 220, it's exclusively gut weight, and it's just impossible to undo that.
It's not good. Also, dude, what's on your shirt?
my shirt,
Yeah,
this old Weekly
That-
World News headline.
that looks fucking cool. At first, I thought it was gonna be like a Batman, and I was like, wait a second, that's awesome.
I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the Weekly World News.
Weekly
I'm not
World.
old enough.
I grew up
was
overseas.
Weekly World News was a print tabloid that was sold alongside like the Inquirer and all those other celebrity gossip
shit.
rags.
Yeah,
But it was completely satirical and over the top.
I
Bigfoot,
I do remember that.
joins
Yeah,
Congress, and all sorts of crazy headlines like that. And I used to, when I was like 12, 13 years old, man, I used to pick that rag up every week. It was my favorite. It was like
That's
up there with
amazing.
Mad Magazine for total inspiration.
Nice.
That's amazing. And you know what's funny? I just Googled it just so I could see it again, and like this is one of the first ones that pulls up is the Bat Child.
Oh, it's iconic. It's iconic.
Found in
They
cave.
currently still exist in the form of a really fun Instagram account.
Perfect. Garden of Eden found. Gay aliens found in UFO wreck. Excellent. Quality content.
The Weekly
I
World
had
News
totally
media
forgotten about
empire
this.
continues,
Yeah.
lives on.
I'm glad we're recording because this is solid gold right here already. Like I haven't even gotten into it. Ben's not even here yet, and we're already rolling.
Right on.
It's good. I'm gonna keep all this in.
Good,
This is
good
good.
content.
Oh,
Happy
there's
to
the large.
provide.
There's the large guy. The large cock.
boy.
Sorry, I had to.
I know. I knew you
the
were
pro-
gonna.
every time the
There's
profile comes up.
We have a guest on.
Hey guys.
That's all right. I grew up with Ben. I know
Oh,
all
no.
about it.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Hey Ben, when I saw
Oh,
when your
boy.
profile picture came up, I said, "Here comes the large cock."
Yeah,
I think
used
he
to
heard. I'm sure he
Josh and I
heard
used
that.
to ride the school bus together, and I like to show off once in a while, just to
Right.
Yeah.
make sure everybody knew.
What happened? Hey Ben, what happens on the school bus stays on the school bus. Okay. Come on.
Apparently, not
Yeah.
anymore. I'm keeping this in.
There's no judgment.
All right. Clearly you guys have met. That's nice.
Yes.
Sorry
I've
I'm
taken the
late.
liberty of introducing
We have-
myself. Thanks, Ben.
Did these guys tell
Josh
you what-
came in at a weird time while DeMarco and I were making some questionable noises.
Oh.
I felt right at home immediately. It was-
Yeah. Good. Like these guys.
we
are
were
weird.
actually
They're cool.
we were actually just talking about how we've had a couple close calls where we do it and then we discover that people are around and then Josh popped into the chat.
The risk one has to accept.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we've done like 80 movies, so it seemed like it was time to let somebody else maybe pick something.
Absolutely.
Like, bring in some outside influences
Oh,
that either we trust or don't trust. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to your podcast about Olympus Has Fallen last night.
Oh yeah.
You guys talking about Forster got me thinking about a great, excellent Forster movie called Walking the Edge.
Oh, not familiar with that
This
one.
is like a Robert Forster with Joe Spinell. It's like a sleazy cab driver revenge,
Sounds awesome.
beat 'em up kind of movie.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's not, but unfortunately, it's not available on any streaming services at the moment, except for YouTube. So
You got to go underground.
you got to go underground for that. So I'm laying that on the table right off the bat as a potential thing, maybe for later.
Oh
a-
shit.
Maybe for
Nice.
later.
That's a
I don't
side
know,
quest.
I don't know
Side
what our
quest.
parameters are here in terms of what people are able to watch in the region where they happen to be in. Tanner.
I mean, I do have a VPN, but let me just look on YouTube real quick.
From what I've heard of Tanner's adventures here in South Africa, it sounds like nighttime, basically a documentary about nighttime in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Apparently it's very dangerous there.
Nighttime in Cape Town is like The Purge, but every single night.
That sounds like a good time.
There we
For
go.
some people.
It's something. Yeah. If I had the skills of Jack Reacher, it might be better, but
Yeah.
Or Frank Grillo
does-
in Purge, then you'd be good to go.
That's right.
Now,
I could watch Walking the Edge on YouTube. Yes.
Okay.
Josh,
Perfect.
aren't you? Isn't one of your interests knife fighting? Or
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I've been
Yes.
Yeah, I've been a student of the Filipino martial arts.
Get
for
the fuck out.
over
Really?
a decade now.
Yes. Fuck yeah, Ben.
Knife fighting is a real love and passion of mine.
Dude.
I was
hell
keeping
yeah.
that tidbit in my back pocket.
That's amazing.
For
Second only to
DeMarco.
machete. I really,
How long have you been training Collie, dude?
over a decade.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. Where do you live? I'm gonna want to come train with you. Fuck it.
That
Fuck these
is the
guys. I'll come visit
most
you.
I'm in the greater Boston area.
Niche.
Excellent.
I
All
work
right.
as a tattooer.
As a
Bet.
weirdo, well, Ben and Tanner know me well, but
Knife fighting
next
tattoo
time-
artist.
next time I'm in Boston with Let's Meet, I'd love for you to beat me up and teach me
Ben,
some
did
shit.
you
hell
just
yeah.
Google, Collie people in Boston and be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this guy on?
No, I've
That's
known him
amazing.
DeMarco.
most of my life.
That is so random because DeMarco
is
hasn't
random.
been doing this for like a long time. It's only like what the last couple of years, maybe.
About a year, yeah. It was a YouTube little deep dive and a
Wow.
library deep dive where I just read a bunch of books about basically this is my ADHD brain. I started reading about feudal Japanese philosophy and Bushido and samurai culture and the history. And then I just started reading about like kendo and where that came from. And then I started reading about martial arts and what different styles have a carryover potentially into, real world scenarios. And then I just stumbled upon a Kali video and was fucking blown away. I was like, this shit's cool, man. The knife stuff, the stick stuff, and the open hands, and
Yes.
and
and
cool.
how they all relate to one another.
and how they all relate, yeah.
And
And
inform
then
one another.
and then going into let's not go too much into this for the future, but Bourne, like that's what Matt Damon trained for in the Bourne trilogy movies. Like when he's
That makes
using
sense.
the ballpoint pen and the magazine, he's using those same angled strikes.
That's one thing I really love to see in movies. And what I'm really critical when I watch, action movies with, hand-to-hand combat or
Yeah,
weaponized
absolutely.
combat. I'm really critical of it, and I'm really quick to call BS when I see it. But I love to see when it's like, this is
Legit.
obvious that someone who knows what they're doing actually choreographed this, and these people know, these people have put in some time into training, learning this martial art. So
That's amazing. I'm gonna hijack this conversation for slightly longer, and then I will shut my mouth.
I was just thinking like Ben and I can step
That's
off
new.
after a bit of
So other than the Forrester movie, do you have another?
That was something that I was thought of last night when I was listening to the podcast.
Inspired.
But it's interesting that you were talking just recently or just a few minutes ago about samurai ethics, feudal Japan, Bushido.
Yes. Tell me more.
Because the movie that I really wanted to talk about with you guys off the get-go is Takashi Miike's 13 Assassins.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Have any of you seen that yet?
No.
I have seen it a while ago.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is definitely in the running for my favorite samurai movie of all time. Definitely my favorite non-Akira Kurosawa samurai movie.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, yeah, we just did Seven Samurai not that long ago.
Good.
It was a little long for some people here.
Yeah.
But
it's a little long, it's a little talky. This the Miike film.
He lives in South Africa currently. That's the guy who had a problem.
It was just, talky, black and white, and not in English. And long.
Well, this has one of those three elements in the sense that it is a Japanese language film.
That's fine.
But in terms of the pacing and in terms of the color saturation, it is you get the full color spectrum.
Yes.
And this movie just goes along at a clip. I don't want to spoil too much and get ahead of ourselves here, but I think that you'll find it to be quite the counterpoint to Seven Samurai.
What puts it so high up there in your movie list, particularly in this genre?
Takashi Miike, I don't know if you guys are familiar at all with Takashi Miike. He is an extremely prolific Japanese filmmaker, probably best known for his movie Audition. But other films he's done include Ichi the Killer. He did a really bizarre Yakuza movie called Gozu. They're all great. He's extremely prolific. He's extremely bizarre. His style runs from inscrutably sort of weird and artsy to very, very straightforward, and more traditionally cinematic. And I would say that 13 Assassins veers more towards the latter end of that, of the sort of much more of a traditional sort of cinematic presentation. But it is excellent performances. The script is excellent. The set pieces are jaw-dropping. I don't know how much I should give away here.
No, I think you've whet our appetite. The plot
involves a bunch of samurai who are living in the later days of the samurai era, where
13 of them.
Their positions are much more sort of they're much more of sort of a civil role than an actual warrior sort of role. And they do their job, they live by their code of honor, but there is this sort of longing for a way to give their life a little bit more meaning.
And
the emperor's brother is a psychopath, and they come to the realization that if anything were to happen to the emperor and this psycho is the next in line for the crown or the throne, that their time of peace is over. The Japan has been, the time of war has long been, in the past, and they know that if the psychopath gets into a position of power, that he will drag them down into war for the worst, most selfish reasons. So with nothing that
Sounds
they
like
can do
sounds like the Bush
officially,
administration.
Oh boy.
In many ways,
there he is, man.
It's a timeless story,
Yeah.
right? It's tale as old as
Yeah.
time.
Jeez, warmongering.
So
yeah.
so these last these last few samurai have to take on one last mission to protect the peace.
One last ride.
We love assassins. We
Hell
love a
yes.
mission.
And they're vastly outnumbered. There's 13
Men
of
on a
them
mission. We love that.
against 300 plus.
Excellent.
300, you say? Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Yes.
That's upcoming as
I'm
well.
hearing some Gladiator kind of echoes in there too, with the son, the crazy son, and what happens to dad. That's cool, man.
Tale as old as time.
I'm into it. I'm ready. I'm not even, forget picking up my daughter from school.
Hamlet?
Someone else.
You hearing some
I'm gonna go
Hamlet
watch the
in
movie
there?
now.
That's the spirit. That's how good it is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She's
That's
old.
the
Four
excuse.
and a half is old enough to watch it, right? Like it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
For
I
sure.
think that the moral content of it justifies the violence.
my man.
My partner is she doesn't like the gunshots, but so if you have swords, that's not a problem.
I don't think.
Oh,
There's a few explosions,
Good.
but
Okay,
mostly
that's not a gunshot.
the swish of the sword.
man.
But
man.
I love the silly stuff too. I was thinking a lot about, maybe do I want to lay Deadbeat at Dawn on you guys, or Deadly Prey. These are like that's like the caliber of some of the stuff that I also love. Trash art. Where's the balance?
That's
This is
right.
the dialectic I want to bring.
Yeah.
It's good to have both.
You
Yeah,
and
that's
DeMarco, you and DeMarco would get along, I think.
We already do.
Yes, I see that.
I cannot wait. I'm doing this again. I'm already planning my trip back to Boston to come train with you. This sounds amazing. And we should watch like all the movies that incorporate Kali and just break it down.
There's not
and have
enough.
fun.
There aren't enough.
There are not. I agree.
Raid is like pretty close.
Yes. Yes.
The Raid movies.
Raid. Yeah. This is amazing.
What about the knife fighting movie with Benicio del Toro and Tommy Lee Jones?
The Hunted.
The Hunted.
Oh, I
know
know
with that one, Josh.
You haven't seen
actually
that?
No.
They actually make their own knives in the
Dude,
movie. And
it is
a lot
fucking sick. It's a pretty it's the first time I saw. I think the movie came out in 2003. It's the first time I ever saw the move where someone came up for the strike up top and dropped the blade to the other hand and then stabbed the opponent.
Oh yeah.
That's the first time I ever saw that. I've seen it. Yeah, I've since seen it in many other films, right? Obviously, yeah, and Arya taking out the Night King. But yeah, I that's the first time I ever saw it. So I'm sure there's
The Hunted. Very good.
The Hunted. It's a fucking sick movie. It's been one in my mind for Action Club because Benicio is so fucked up and so good.
Benicio is the student who goes off the reservation, and they have to bring Tommy Lee, the teacher, in to go find him, basically.
Yeah.
And does the student become the teacher?
He tries to teach the teacher.
Yeah.
But the lesson doesn't go great.
It's kind of like First Blood, except it's like he's gone way off the rails, even more so than Stallone. Mostly justifiably.
If you just sent the Colonel into the woods.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you send Troutman into to go capture / potentially kill him. So
that sounds great.
I'm gonna go watch that movie right now. He's old enough. It's fine. She needs to learn some skills.
Listen, you're never too young to start training knife fighting.
Well,
yeah.
When do parent-teacher meetings start for you, DeMarco?
Yeah. Well, I'm already probably going to get in trouble for this. The kids were trying to set traps for me in the sandbox. So my daughter goes to a school that has like a little farm area. It's a huge outdoor space. And they were using shovels and they were putting sand on the shovels. They were trying to like make a little catapult. And I said, well, kids, you're going to get your first physics lesson because you have your load and you have your lever arm, but you need a fulcrum. So I taught them about the fulcrum, and then they put something in between, and then they started using it. Yeah, I'll get in trouble for it at some point, but it's fine. I've been chewed out before, it's all good.
Well, their instinctive use of improvised weapons like that ties us right back into 13 Assassins.
Yes, excellent.
The third act relies heavily on improvised.
Oh my God.
Siege
I'm
weapons.
so glad my wife has yoga tonight because it's on, baby. I'm fired up.
It sounds like your daughter goes to Ewok school.
Yeah. It's a cool place.
Yub.
Welcome to Action Club Podcast, your weekly hangout for great conversations, big laughs, and even better vibes. I'm DeMarco Crum, joined by Ben Weber and Tanner Spees. This week we watched 13 Assassins, and we can't wait to dive in and share our thoughts. Whether you're listening or watching, we're glad you're here. If you enjoy the show, don't forget to share it with your friends and follow us on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Now, let's get into it.
There he is.
Josh, welcome.
Here's our guy. I gotta tell you about some major controversy. I was just going to watch I put on the 1963 original, which is streaming on Plex, the Plex streaming platform. But it's actually the 1990 TV movie version. What the fuck?
Whoa.
Yeah. Pretty.
I hope there wasn't any confusion. My recommendation was the 2010 Takashi Miike.
Yeah, we all watched that one. Yeah.
Very good.
But I was, I like to do the extra credit. And,
Of course. Overachiever Ben.
And I was like, wait a minute, this shit's in color. What's happening? This isn't right. This looks way too good for 1963.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Well, was it good?
I got about 25 minutes into it and it was exactly the same so far. So
interesting.
just with different dudes.
Did you just
like
start
the same
this
dudes.
like 45 minutes ago when you texted us that?
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah,
I was
okay,
like,
yeah.
I got a little time to burn. Let's pop this thing on.
Yeah.
See,
So
there.
this is new. I
Yeah,
didn't know
nice.
until doing the research for this that 13 Assassins is a remake and actually a remake of a remake, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So now I got to do a deep dive.
Well, the TV movie is on
Right.
Plex.
I
Do
wonder
it.
if the TV movie is as violent as Takashi Miike's version of it.
I'm gonna guess not.
I'm gonna guess. not.
I would say it's unlikely. And
Well,
it's funny because you've got Ben who is doing extra credit, stepping up, doing his research. And then you have DeMarco. I finished this movie at 10:55. Hauled ass to piss really quick and to be
wow.
online on time.
I thought me finishing it at like 3:30 this morning was
Oh, damn.
was squeaking it in, but no,
So
yeah.
you're full of procrastinators. We're
You
good
got
at
some
it.
We had
fresh baked takes over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
texted-
plan was to watch it last night, but our building, we had a fire alarm and it threw our timing for things off. So,
Yeah, that'll do it.
but we got it done. Rule number 32, no excuses, play like a champion. Tanner doesn't know what movie that's from, but that's okay.
I don't, but I also don't watch movies
It's okay.
outside of Action Club. So
He doesn't
catch
seem
you
to
up on
care
it.
either. Yeah.
He doesn't care. Yeah, we'll talk about
I
it later.
don't care at all. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Josh gave us a pretty awesome intro on this movie earlier and got me pumped for it. And it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I don't want to go too much into it. I always love pissed off Tanner because it's funny. Tanner, what'd you think of this movie?
I don't know if I would say I would.
We
I
got
was
a
pissed
sneak preview of Tanner's some of Tanner's thoughts.
Oh,
I
a
couple
just
days ago.
Tanner is the youngest of the group, and his attention. He says, and I quote, "I have a millennial attention span."
It's
Yeah.
maybe just my millennialism. It's maybe that we literally just watched Seven Samurai like fucking 2 movies ago.
Yeah.
But when I started this movie, I was like, great, I'm watching Seven Samurai again, my favorite movie that we've watched. It's not. it's just the pacing for me in the beginning is slow, and I'm
Yeah.
not the like I said, I don't watch movies outside of Action Club, and I'm not the film. I don't have the film critic lens to be like, this is a fucking amazing movie. I will say, and I just said, I watched the last 45 minutes twice. So if it was just that back to back, it would have been amazing. But yes, when I
Yeah.
as soon as I started the movie, I was like, oh, these
It's
motherfuckers.
when
They
it
got me
started,
again.
my first thought was Tanner just needs to fast forward at least an hour, maybe an hour 15, and then he's
Yeah.
good.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't bad. It's just the pacing for me isn't my cup of tea. But I will say the last 45 minutes is just absolute onslaught of action. So
Yeah.
can't complain.
it's paced like a stick of dynamite with a very long fuse.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it starts off slow. The first half of it is really just methodical expository setup. You know, that first act where it just solidly sets up the characters, their background, their thoughts on the samurai way in contrast to Narigutsu, who was, or Naritsugu, the big bad, and what an evil
He's a
bastard he is.
shithead. Yeah.
He
Um,
was
Yeah.
a dick. Yeah.
Some excellent
but then
justification.
once it goes off, it's just
Yeah.
nonstop,
It almost
unrelenting.
felt like the opposite of the kind of a reverse plot of Seven Samurai, right? Instead of like protecting the home front against the massive army, they went and they attacked, a massive army with less people. So I thought that was interesting, but I liked it.
Oh yeah. I kept thinking of Braveheart. I kept seeing all the fences and the spears and all the
Oh
blood and the
man, the
horses.
stick walls.
I was thinking Braveheart the whole time. It was cool. It was good, solid Braveheart vibes.
Yeah, yeah, that whole asymmetrical warfare idea
Yes.
and improvised weaponry idea.
Well, they put all their swords in one alley.
Yeah, I like to. In my notes, I refer to that as the Garden of Swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
That guy's basically Wolverine, right? It's
Right.
just like he just keeps grabbing new ones.
Right.
That was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Hirayama, the
That
guy
was
that's
funny.
when we're introduced to him, he's literally, we're introduced to him as he's practicing his draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The parallels between this and like Western tropes
Oh yeah.
is
Yeah.
so heavy.
Big
It's
time.
like this could so easily be translated into the Western frontier, around the same time period, and it would work just as well.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I mean, you think
Like
about
most samurai movies, but
Yeah.
the crazy mayor, Gene Hackman in The Quick and the Dead, right?
Right.
He's just a wild loose cannon. Someone's got to take him out.
yeah,
Because everyone's suffering.
the sadist with all the power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we say that guy's almost like too bad? Like he kept doing bad shit, and
He's
I was
pretty
like,
bad.
okay, we already were justified. This just like
They
keeps
just
getting
kept going.
when he's just like firing off arrows at the family
Right.
in the guard. It's like, okay, you already had me. Like now he's
Dude.
just like shooting arrows at some little boy. Like, come on, man.
I mean, and things just kept going, and it's like, wow, this guy's really just going for it. He wants the Dickhead Hall of Fame, award. He wants to be up there. He wants to be on the Pantheon. And damn, God, that was brutal.
And it keeps ratcheting up until that point, almost at the end of the movie, where he starts asking his right hand man Hanbei, starts asking, is this what it was like in the time of in the age of war? This is exhilarating. Like, if I get the power, I'm gonna bring back the age of war.
Yeah, I'm renaming it. It's not the Department of Defense anymore. It's the
Right.
Department of
Oh
War.
no, Evergreen Ben.
No. No.
Imagine
Ben.
that.
Oh no. Okay, well at
Yeah.
least it wasn't me this time.
Imagine the parallels to modern society.
I kind
Yeah.
that might have been a little bit on my mind when I made the recommendation.
Yeah.
I
I
got
have to say, oh, go ahead, Ben.
Oh no, please.
I have to say the shot, and I've seen it in so many movies, the shot of taking the sword and wiping the blood off
Wow,
with
yeah.
your
with the
sleeve.
crooked,
That
the elbow.
is
There's some good ones.
so fucking intimidating. That
That's
is
a
one of the most
badass move.
intimidating things you can do to somebody. And the first time I saw it was in the movie Scream, in the 1996 Scream movie.
Oh, the
And
knife?
there's a scene where he holds the knife and he wipes the blood off and then goes after goes after Nev Campbell's character. But that's menacing. That's like, I'm gonna clean this just for you. This is for you.
Yeah. You get
Fuck.
a fresh blade. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get the fresh blade. So
it's an excellent way if you're the killer too to like vamp and take a breather and like just.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
All right, let me regroup here
cool
for
off.
a second.
yeah.
I have something obscure to get to that I think Josh maybe will know about. Josh, do you remember the 1993 movie Boxing Helena
You know, I've
with
never seen it.
Julian Sands
Yeah, Jennifer Lynch film. Yeah.
yeah,
Never
the
actually
woman
seen it.
the woman from Twin Peaks, Sherilyn Fenn,
Yep.
is that what her name is?
I
Oh,
think so.
So the plot of this movie.
She's also from The Wraith. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah. All right. This doctor is obsessed with like an ex of his, and he basically kidnaps her and starts cutting off her limbs,
Oh yeah.
and
I see where you're going with this.
he keeps her in a box
Yeah.
at his house.
Yeah.
And this is the first thing I thought of when. Oh, by the way, I watched this movie when I was like 15.
Yeah.
oh my
of
God,
informative.
Ben! Wow.
A lot of amputation and nudity.
Of course.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta get-
that's a Naratsugu move right there.
Check that
Cutting
stuff
off
out.
the limbs for the
But then when the woman came up, the nameless woman who's just
Mhm.
kind of like
the daughter of the leader of the peasant revolution.
yeah that I thought of that immediately. Boxing
Sure.
Planet. I cannot recommend watching it.
Oof.
But if that's your thing,
It sounds like a tough
That's where
watch.
you can get a whole 2 hours of that sort of thing.
Oh boy.
That's good. Good to know. I'll keep that
Awesome.
in my mind.
That's for a different club.
One
Should I choose that for my
Fucked up
wild
movie
card?
club?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that movie.
That'd be my
club.
wild card pick.
let me know when you guys are doing that podcast. I have a lot of recommendations for that as well.
For fucked up movie club? Yeah,
Oh, you bet.
that'll be the spin-off in a decade when
Yeah.
this runs through. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I was watching it last night and I just kept thinking to myself, so there's the guy Kuranaga who is Shinzaimon's like good buddy, and he's like the other elder samurai of the group.
Yeah.
And he's just got the best lines through the whole movie. I kept thinking to myself, oh, that's the best line. Like when they finally gather, the first 9 of the samurai, he kind of looks at them and he says, how many other true samurai are left?
I
Right.
love that line.
Love that line. Or like he also says, when the younger samurai joins up and initially Shinzaemon is hesitant to take on somebody so young, Kuranaga's got the line, a samurai's life is not measured in length. So good.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they're all, they're all doomed.
Yeah.
They know they're doomed. We know they're doomed.
Oh, big time.
So this is where like the cowboy thing comes in too, where like, in Westerns, the cowboys, you want to die with your boots on, right?
Right.
Like you don't want to just be a sick old man in bed.
Right.
And this guy, as soon as this sort of like Black Ops mission comes up, basically, right? Like this is actually the government is sanctioning this, but like off the books because
Right.
That's
Yeah.
true.
have this
It is kind
guy.
of like a Black Ops.
It totally is.
Absolutely.
And this guy is like, fuck yeah, I've been waiting for something like this.
Yeah.
I thought I was just gonna die an old man. This
Yeah.
is super exciting.
When we meet him,
Let's
he's
do it.
fishing. Like he's just a fisherman when
Yeah.
we meet
Yeah.
him, and he thinks he's gonna die fishing.
So when he like takes the sword steps up and takes the sword in his own stomach at the end, he's just been thinking that that's gonna be that way the whole time.
It's
Right?
been planned all
Yeah.
along. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Or at least the option has been on the table the whole time.
Yeah.
I gotta
Do we,
ask you guys,
oh.
what did you guys think of what are your thoughts on the character that they find in the trap?
Oh, dude, what an
Yeah, he calls himself Koyota Kiba.
Do we have a translation on that?
We don't have a translation on that. Do we, Marco?
So I was doing a little reading on this guy. Is he immortal? Is that what we're like supposed to believe?
Okay, so do you?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because they ask him at some point, right?
Well, he gets
Like,
a sword through the neck
yeah, he dies
in the third act, and
and
then
then he's
at
like,
the epilogue,
ah!
he's all good and jumping around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So to understand this character, you guys have to know a creature from Japanese folklore known as a tanuki. And a tanuki is a mischievous uh, forest dweller that takes the form of a raccoon dog, a Japanese raccoon dog.
Okay.
And they're frequently depicted, they're trickster figures. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they look like raccoons, which is,
I had
and
to put it in my mind.
when they first encounter him in the trap, they ask him, "Are you a raccoon goblin?" They're
Yeah.
asking him, "Are you a tanuki?" And he says, "Do I look like a raccoon?" He doesn't answer no. He doesn't deny it. Now,
Yeah.
the fun thing about tanukis in Japanese folklore is that I guess the animal must be known for its large scrota and large
Okay.
genitalia, and they're frequently depicted in whimsical woodblock prints from the Edo period, doing fun things with their scrotums,
Okay.
using them as trampolines or fishing baskets or also
I am gonna
backs
go
over their
on
shoulders.
a serious
Is
video
this like a
rampage
puppetry of the
on
penis
this.
sort of thing? Like,
I'm gonna
Only a
have to
little
see some
lower, yeah.
shit.
So my take is that character is a tanuki, and that's why his weapon of choice is the
is the
sack with the stones in it.
sacks?
Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Also, badass weapon, by the way, man. He did some serious damage.
Yeah,
Good.
and
That's a
he's
good
just
weapon.
and he does it. Everything misses him except for that short sword at the end that doesn't seem to do much actually. Yeah,
So
he's
he's
a
doing
great.
it with his
Yeah.
balls.
Which
Okay.
is,
Yeah.
we can talk about that, by the way. That anatomically, that seems like it would have been a killing stroke, but okay.
Well, he is actually. I mean, he doesn't deny being immortal either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
everything
did
he's
like
accused
that
of
they.
being, he probably actually is, and he doesn't
Yeah.
straight out deny any of it. So
Yeah.
he just changes the
I
subject.
appreciated that they had this like kind of like folklore or not sci-fi but mythical-ish element to the movie. That's I don't really see that in those kind of more period pieces. It's
Yeah.
very real or it's very not. So
Yeah.
that was interesting.
Little mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a nice additional contrasting texture, right? Or vibe.
Yeah, this is unrelated, but when you brought up the sack of rocks kind of weapon, it made me think of this question that I asked
Sack of rocks.
the boys earlier this week. Is
Oh yeah. Big
yeah.
hypothetical.
So imagine you're in like kind of like a gladiator arena, and you're in the middle. You get to choose one weapon, and every random period of time, a random amount of elder people, 75 years and older, are coming at you to kill you. They don't have weapons,
Not
but
zombies.
they're not zombies, but
They've
they're
taken their
spurred
prescriptions
on.
and they're coming to
They're
get you.
spurred on to kill you because otherwise their grandkids would get killed or something like that. Something that's very motivating. They're gonna kill you. What weapon do you choose? And then if you had an additional 6 months of training, what weapon would you choose? And how many people do you think you would kill before you got killed? But I think sack of rocks is kind of a good weapon now.
Do you want to hear our answers while you think about it? You can vamp for a second.
I want to hear your answers so I can put this in the podcast.
Marco, you want to give yours?
Yeah. I said like a long spear, and I said that I maybe could take out 100 before dying without training,
80.
and I think I said upwards of 5 with training. I thought of it as like I could maintain distance, I could hit the throat, you know, go for the heart, you know, organs, or
No,
try to hit that femoral
DeMarco,
artery.
you said 1 to 200 with a spear and 500 plus with training.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in
Yeah.
pretty good shape,
Yeah.
particularly for somebody, you know, at my stage in life. So I think with training and learning the efficiency of doing the thing, I think there's a chance. I mean, I would still die. I mean, grandparents protecting
Yeah.
their grandkids, like, you're fucked. Like, that's it's a wrap. It's a wrap either way. And if I know that going into
that
it, I
was
might just be like, look, y'all, we're cool. Just
that
do
was
it.
just
It's cool.
because you know, I had to answer that question. They're just generally they're excited to kill you. That doesn't necessarily, you know, they're not. Their grandkids aren't in trouble, but that is the rule at this point now.
What do you think, Joe?
Ben, what did you choose?
I went with the classic samurai sword.
Yeah.
Pretty light, sharp. I'm not gonna need if I thought 200 with this thing before. I would just get tuckered out and just be like, enough of this shit, and get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then I said 500 plus after I
With
had
some
some
training.
training, because I'm going to be in better shape and I'm going to know where to strike and hit some arteries, and
Exactly.
like, it's not going to be a lot of heavy work.
And
To just cut
at
them
some
and
point,
leave them bleeding to die.
at some point, there might be a bit of a
Where I am.
barrier. You might end up with a bit of a body barrier, so kind of a
The body
channeling
barrier
situation.
was a good note that I hadn't gotten from anybody before, but it
So-
does.
That's
gonna be an
it is
issue,
helpful,
though, to
yeah.
get
You
around.
get into a situation with like 300 where they're funneled into one little tight corridor. You could hold your own for a minute. So
Yeah.
And Tanner, what did you say?
I said untrained with like a metal bat. I think I could take out a couple hundred, you know, especially
We're all
especially, you know, if I take out some kneecaps. You'd only take 6.2 pounds of pressure to crack a kneecap. So,
yeah,
you know,
Oof.
that you take that down, and then you can just, you know, run by and slap some heads. And then trained, I think I said a mace that's on the chain, because I think I could just fucking, you know, same
Yeah.
thing with the knees and the heads and the throats. You know, my mom, though, she's 61.
heavy.
She said no training necessary, metal bat, unlimited. So she's got
Yeah.
confidence out the wazoo. But
Tanner
anyway, those
Tanner
are
told me
ours.
I wasn't allowed to do this, but I told him to get fucked.
No.
He sent this message in our Action Club podcast group and in the book club that he and I were part of. He said, you know, you can't do that. And I said, get fucked. So then my answer for book club, DeMarco, was brass knuckles, because if I'm going to die anyway, I want to die, you know,
Yeah.
cracking jaws and making AARP jokes. So
I do think it was a good answer, though. On reflection, I think you could. I mean, it's lightweight. You know, you're not going to get as tired. Anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, I
So
would
now that
die
you've
way sooner,
heard-
way sooner,
Yeah.
but it would be funny.
Yeah. Now that you've heard how we would all kill a bunch of old people, how how are you feeling on this, Josh?
I think I'd start with defunding Medicare.
He'd take out millions.
There it goes.
Yeah.
But in a more but in a more close quarters sort of situation, you know,
Yeah.
you know, a shotgun would be great. But then you got the question of how much ammo are you going to carry, right? Like
Yeah.
sooner or later you're going to run out. Then you just got to use the thing as a club, and that's way more, you know, taxing
Yeah.
and less energy efficient. So then, you know, I like Ben's idea about the samurai sword. You know, watching you know, Shinzaimon and the other elder guy there, you know, when they're, you know, the scenes when they're together in the alleyway and they're taking on all those multiple attackers, and they're just graceful. They're moving very, you know, they're moving very minimally and gracefully, and as they're sort of sidestepping one attack, they're also using that movement to attack another, and that's against,
Yeah.
you know, 200 plus armed, trained, you know, fellow samurai. So I think that up against
true.
untrained seniors, I think that would be a pretty great weapon. But I think ultimately, I think I'm going to settle on dump truck.
Dump
Yeah.
truck is
Oh,
honestly
around.
Just do some donuts in the
great
dump truck.
answer.
Wow.
About
That's
Bigfoot,
And that
Bigfoot,
technically, so
Yeah.
Tanner
monster
held us
truck?
to a
Josh has brought new answers to this
Yes.
upon all fronts, and I can't blame you. I think I have to allow it.
That's
I mean,
good.
it's a question that me and another friend of mine posed, so I'm going to bring these to his, deciding table. But
solar powered dump truck.
I think this
yeah,
would make a great movie
solar
too.
powered dump truck.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
I think that this whole movie of elders attack when elders attack is got great legs.
Elders, yeah, spurred on by hostage grandkids. Yeah. So
You're gonna also
that-
you're gonna need some sturdy, good waterproof boots. Is very
Waders.
important.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be like scrambling over
Yeah.
obstacles
Yeah.
eventually.
yeah.
Cleats would be good too.
Oh,
Speak-
cleats are good.
yeah.
You know, for
Cleats
traction,
would
yeah,
be good.
Yeah.
I love that we all started out right out at like hundreds of them though. Like
Yeah,
it was just
I'll say
like,
another friend of ours also said samurai sword, but I think he started out with 1 to 2,000, and then with training
okay.
5,000.
Okay, guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our friend
Whoa.
Gary said katana sword 2 to 3,000, and then after training 4 to 5,000. I don't think he understands how difficult
he's had
it is
cocaine right before this. Is that the source of the
He's had
the
cocaine
abilities?
every 10 minutes for the whole
It's like
time. Oh
this
my
is
God.
how people think they'd perform in eating contests too, right? Like, oh, I could eat 50 hot
Or
dogs,
just
and then
in
they
general.
have 5 and they're ready to throw
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
It's like when people are yelling at the TV for someone to make a field goal, and you're like,
I know.
I could make that. No, you couldn't. So,
No, you
anyway.
couldn't.
You got to
definitely
shoot for the
couldn't.
moon, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got to
Appreciate
shoot for
it.
those
I appreciate it.
5,000 elders.
So really,
Speaking, yeah.
this like 13 against 200
Yeah.
doesn't
plus,
seem
yeah.
like a big deal,
No.
especially with all
no,
the
when we put it
dynamite
in
they used. Where do they get all the explosives? Can we?
Yeah.
What do we? Did they make them?
Yeah, they were making them. They had was it Hori and Higuchi on the case of making the explosives.
The demo guys.
That nice little expository like cutscene where they're waiting for the explosion and it doesn't go
Oh
off
yeah,
at the
yeah.
right
I love
time.
that's always so
Oh,
fun.
yeah. Yeah.
That got Ruth's attention here. She was like, "Oh, right, this is an action movie." I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff's gonna explode."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's of course that's a staple of asymmetrical warfare, right? Improvised explosive devices are
Yeah.
tried and true.
What a smart tactic to keep separating and dividing the forces too. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
such a great, very,
All those
very
stick
much a
walls
callback.
are awesome.
Call
Yeah.
back to Seven Samurai, where they kept kind of isolating smaller pockets of fighters to take them out. I mean,
I think they call that kettling.
kettling. Oh man,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben, you brought a heavyweight into this arena, my
I
friend.
don't fuck around, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's that great gag in the movie where they blow up the house and it collapses.
Oh,
and
it,
the
like,
house
levels.
has the spikes
Yeah.
on it, and it's just like
That was
slides
cool.
down onto however many samurai, Akashi samurai they happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's just
Yeah.
such a great set piece. I also love the set piece where in his dying moment the one of the explosives experts on the Black Ops team there drags his opponent over closer to the big powder keg as he lights his little stick of dynamite, and then it cuts to the other samurai down on the ground as a explosion sends gallons of blood raining down.
Oh, yeah.
Gallons of blood. That's true. Yeah.
Did any of you see the movie Nope? It was a couple years ago. I don't want to spoil too much.
Jordan
of it, but,
Peele, right?
Yeah, but there is a giant dump of blood over the roof of this house that reminded me of just like you're at SeaWorld, but it's blood.
Oh,
Right.
jeez.
Yeah,
Oh.
that big splash. Yeah, almost like Evil Dead levels of blood raining.
Yes.
down,
It's awesome.
Yes. Or like The Shining, the hotel lobby in The Shining.
Right. And I mean, I was watching watching that scene. I'm like, that's a lot of blood for just two guys.
Yeah.
But that's Takashi Miike's style, right? I mean, this is absolutely one of Takashi Miike's most straightforward films, at least as far as I've seen. I mean, his filmography ranges from stuff like this to some of the most bizarre, outrageous imagery you'll ever see put to film. Um, and he's
I
prolific as
felt
hell.
like
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say I felt like that this movie, and I have seen another one or two of his movies, which is honestly shocking for me to say, but Ichi the Killer, right?
Yep.
Isn't that the same?
Yep.
And Audition, and
Audition.
both
Mhm.
of those are like much. This was almost tame in comparison to
Absolutely.
like
Very
how brutal and
Oh wow.
violent those are. That could
100%.
those could go in the fucked up movie podcast maybe.
There are moments within 13 Assassins that really, have like sort of signature Takashi Miike sort of vibes, like when the limbless victim is, takes the brush in her mouth to write on the
Oof.
scroll, and she writes the words "total
Yeah.
massacre." And
Yeah.
while she's doing it,
Yeah.
she's got this look on her face of just agony and anguish, and
It
there's
looks like her
tears and
own eyes
blood
are
and
bleeding.
snot. What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It looks like she's bleeding tears.
Right. And that's like one of the sort of surreal kind of touches that I've come to expect from Takashi Miike. Um, so things like that are, he's got little moments of the sort of bizarre that he's known for, but yeah, this is a very conservative film for him.
That's wild to hear you say that.
There's a lot of stuff that is
Yeah.
not shown too, like when the bad guy is sort of cutting the dude's head off,
Yeah.
and he's just like chopping away
Mhm.
at
Yeah.
it, and like
Oh,
it's
it's
like a
even
lot of
worse
work.
without seeing it, I
And
think.
then you just hear the head roll away, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh, that's what was he
Yeah.
up to? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
get some
It,
heads later, but
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
Yes, we do.
it's really well done. I think it's way more effective that way than if they had shown the gore 100% when
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
agree.
theater of the mind is so effective in that scene.
Yeah. Well, you watch like John Carpenter's films, particularly Halloween, and it's not a bloody movie, right? But it's
Right.
extremely effective. With again,
100%.
like you said, you're imagining like, oh wow, oh shit, oh this is bad.
we get there for sure. It like ramps
Yeah.
up. I mean, because we were
Yeah.
just talking about the
Right. And then
rain
cut
of
ahead
blood.
to the end of the
Gallon
movie
of
where
blood.
he cuts off his right-hand man's head and then kicks it.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
What a wild,
Yeah.
yeah. Damn.
not
What a
nice.
Yeah.
what a diss.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Dude has
Also,
absolutely
can we talk about how I kind of expected more out of him as a swordsman, although I guess he kept showing that he didn't know anything about combat or
Oh yeah.
warfare. But I was like,
Oh,
man, I could immediately when he stabbed him, I thought this is going to be just like Dune Part 2, the
well,
duel
actually, now
sequence.
you mention it, I think that, that scene where he is, cutting off, where he is killing the son of the Lord,
Hmm.
and and beheading him in front of his new bride. Um, he's demonstrating how unskilled he is with the sword because he's got to like hack like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
before he can behead the guy.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And he writes it off like, oh, these mountain monkeys have such tough necks or whatever. With
Yeah.
he makes an insult out of it, but in retrospect, it's like, oh yeah, he doesn't know how to use the sword, like because a real samurai would have taken the head off with a single stroke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and it's just funny. It was funny to watch watch him act really tough in certain moments where he was in a position of power and he had the
When he's
forces behind
protected
him.
by all these other guys, yeah,
Very
talks real
protected,
big.
yeah.
And
Oh
then
yeah,
at
he's
the
pooping his
very end,
pants at
he's
the end. Yeah.
crawling through the mud,
It's poop, but it's
it scared
Yeah.
shitless,
It's all
crying.
he's having a great time until he realizes that he's not getting out of there.
Right,
Mm.
right. But he does say it was the best day of his life,
Yeah, which is so wild.
which is so like, yeah, it really takes the steam out of the victory that Shinzaemon, you know what I mean? When Shinzaimon's killing him and he's like, "Oh, thank you. This is the best day of my life."
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of hoping it would
That's
ruin
a
your day, but
weird
And it's
fucking
interesting
thing to
because
say when you're getting murdered.
in the books I read about just like Japanese history philosophy, culture, and Bushido. This is quite accurate as far as the depiction of the samurai after the Warring States period. There was a period of peace and prosperity,
Right.
and they really were just like waiting around, like just kind of waiting, either waiting to die, of old age or whatever, like Ben said, the cowboy with the boots on, or they wanted a cause, they wanted a way to serve their master, to serve their province, and to die honorably. And they did a great job. I love how they kept mentioning that, particularly the guy who said, I have all these swords that they pawned off for money. A samurai sword is good for cutting radishes, and that's really it. It's just like,
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Dark Knight Rises, in a way of like, shit's a little too comfortable right now. Stuff's gonna pop off. I found myself thinking about that a couple times.
I love that aspect of it too, and I also love the sort of the contrast between the application of that idea between Shinzaemon and Hanbei. These old
Yes.
rivals, and Hanbei, you know, is working for Narugutsu or Naritsugu.
Look, he's great
The
with
bad
these
guy.
names.
I can never pronounce his name right, but yeah, he's working for Naritsugu, and he knows that he's on the wrong side of history. He knows that this guy is a total sadistic turd, and that he's ultimately, bad for everybody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's so bound to his code of honor
The
and
damn Bushido.
to the Bushido. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's
get
like,
you. Get you in some real
he doesn't
pickles.
even want to be defending this guy, but he will defend him to the death because that's the samurai way.
That's the oath that they take. I mean, it's really, and I also love that, Josh, where it's that battle between the two of them of like, look, dude, you're right. I know you're right. And he made the mention of like, no matter how low I go, I'm still a samurai.
Love that line.
I'm still fulfilling my oath by fighting you, and because he knew he was going to die. He knew it was over.
They all know. Yeah.
And it very much reminded me actually of John Wick 4 at, when Kane takes on, what was the character's name, Ben? Help me out here.
The Marquis?
In Osaka?
The Marquis?
What was his name?
No, not the Marquis, but the
guy who had the hotel.
The Continental, who the actor's name has escaped me. He's fantastic and wonderful. But anyways, he says, go home to your family, go home to your family and, protect your family. And he says, I am. It's like, it's honor, the code, and living by the sword. So it was cool. I was I had a brief moment where I thought, man, is Hanbei gonna turn? I thought probably not, but I thought, man, are we gonna have like a Darth Vader kind of moment here near the end? Is he gonna think, oh, this guy's gone off the deep end, particularly with the we're gonna have, let's bring back the era of war. It's like, oh shit, this guy really is.
It's honestly more tragic for him that he doesn't turn, right? That he his feet are in the cement of this code.
Yeah,
that, like he is not going to change.
And I think and I think his rivalry with Shinzaemon has a lot to do with his decision not to turn.
Yes.
As much as he's tempted to, he still feels he's still dogged by his sense of inferiority.
Yeah. And speaking of the feet, the shot where Shinzaimon's feet are moving through the mud as he advances, I love those up close shots like that. It's so cool and very reminiscent of so many films. Obviously, I've nerded out over Rambo: First Blood Part 2, which is one of our prior films on this podcast, and the Soviet soldiers are going through the woods, through the muddy water, and I just love that shot. It's always fun.
There's a lot of great shots in 13 Samurai.
Oh, it's
amazing.
Cinematography
is really breathtaking. The whole third act when they're in when they're in the city that they're fortifying,
the Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, that as soon as the third act starts and the rider comes in telling, alerting everybody to the arrival of Naritsugu's men, and it's just the whole place is just covered in this blanket of fog, and it looks like an old, it looks like a woodcut painting or a woodcut print from that period.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's just the juxtaposition of these very pastoral kind of shots of the landscape juxtaposed against the, contrasting against the violence that's
Yeah.
within it,
Yeah.
that landscape
Yeah.
is a really
Yeah.
satisfying one for me.
Which
I also
reminds me
had it
of
in my
oh,
notes.
go
I
ahead,
was just
Tanner.
gonna say I also had in my notes that like one thing Action Club has brought me is like more attention to certain things in movies. Like I think what did we watch Everything Everywhere All at Once last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that movie, like the costume design in that movie is pretty insane.
Exquisite.
And in this movie, I had in my notes is like the set location and the yeah, just the
The mise en
cinematography in
scene.
general.
Mm.
Yeah, it's incredible. It really
Yeah.
really
You feel like you're
makes
in
the
it
movie.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, totally. And you're really the way Josh said it is awesome. I think it's totally accurate where he said it's like a stick of dynamite with a super long fuse. You're rewarded with the payoff is quite worth it
Yeah,
at the end. That last
50-minute long
45
action
minutes,
sequence.
they cooked. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
shit pops off and it keeps going. And I love the different little skirmishes, and it's good times. It's good times. So
Hell yeah, agreed.
So
I'm glad
Marco,
you
I
do.
love that you slipped they cooked in there for us. Thanks for that little
it's one of
Z.
the things I heard it, forever ago, and it seeped into my freaking subconscious. I can't let it go.
Oh
Um,
man, every time you say it,
I'm gonna do my best.
it
And
rings the Gen Z
one
meter.
one of the notes I wrote on here was the rain, the timing of the rain, the start of
Yes.
it when they go out. It's like
Mm.
shit. This is definitely a callback to Kurosawa
Oh
and
yeah,
and
100%.
Seven Samurai. It's like, oh, shit's on now. We're not playing anymore. So
It
that
very
was
much
pretty
is a
cool.
love letter to Kurosawa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Takashi
Yeah.
Miike is very, very sort of blatant about his love letters to other directors.
yeah.
I mean,
You
watching
know,
this with Seven Samurai, like almost back to back, like there's a
Yeah.
lot of carryover there for
Lots of
sure.
parallels, and the characters are very
Which
similar too.
with the like old one too, I would imagine. Like
Yes. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
would have Seven Samurai, but like different motivation. And
Yeah.
there's twice as many of them.
mhm.
Yeah. Do you think that you're super drunk and your uncle pops up and he says, "Hey, listen, there's 8 of us. Maybe I think he was number 9 or number 10. He's like,
Yeah.
"Listen, this really small group of samurai, we're going to take on a force potentially 16 times greater than us." To kill one of the most powerful men in Japan.
Is this the gambling guy?
Yeah, we're
The
probably all
gambler,
gonna
yeah.
die. You in for it? I think that might be the fastest way to sober somebody up. Be
Sure.
like, look, bro, like you want the biggest gamble ever. Join this crusade.
And I love, yeah, at the end there, he says, he says, if this is a true gamble, there's only one thing I can stake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like life as currency, because
Yeah.
the
Yes.
the leader at a couple points is like, well, now you've put all your lives in my hands, and I'm gonna spend them like
Mm.
the way that I think they should be spent. So like, trust the plan. I'm gonna do my best, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I'm gonna
That
use your
is
life
And that's
to get
very
this done.
and Josh, please correct me on this if I'm wrong, or add to it if I'm kind of on the mark. But that's
good shit,
very
Marco.
very reminiscent of just martial arts culture in general as well. When you go train under a master, you're surrendering yourself to them in many ways. You're going to learn from them. They're going to teach you what they know as far as they can, and in my opinion, in my viewpoint, as a student, it is your job to surrender, and trust the process, and not. I'm not saying you got to give their life to them, but it very much it just
Yeah, but
reminded me
you don't
of
know what as a student, you don't know what you
Good.
don't know.
you don't know what you don't know.
And
Yeah.
you have to trust your masters or your elders or your teachers or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, for sure. There's this, the Japanese way of teaching martial arts traditionally, you know, I think a lot of times in modern times you go to a martial arts class and they say, okay, so in this situation here, you got this, you got this angle of energy coming in this way. You want to interact it with this because this, and then you go into the theory of like, here's how the physics of this works. Here's the idea, the philosophy of this, all this stuff. Traditional Japanese martial arts were taught, here's the form. Practice it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to know why, just do it. Like and the why will become evident as you practice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trust, in that traditional, way where you're trusting that what your master is teaching you is legit and effective, and trust that you don't know what you don't know, and let the lessons and the repetitions inform you.
You couldn't check the Yelp reviews back then to make sure.
Yeah, just make sure it's a good master, right? That's the only
This
potential.
master's only got 2
pitfall.
stars. What?
Yeah, 2 stars. That's
No.
I do
I'm
love
not
in this
giving it my
movie
life.
the idea of the lineage there, because there's like 3 generations of
Yeah.
samurais who have taught each other. You've got the Shinzaimon, and then you've got Hiroyama, the sword slinger,
Yeah.
the Ronin.
What a badass!
Who
What a
he's such a
bad fucking
badass.
dude!
I love that shot where the guy comes running at him on fire, and
Yes,
he puts him out of
yes.
his misery, and as his victim is sinking down in front of him, the flames just kind of frame
You see the 2 flame, yeah.
Hiroyama's face. But then you've also got Hiroyama's student, and it's so tragic there at the end when
the 2 of
Hirayama
them.
is literally doing,
he's-
beating his enemies. Oh, he's using a stone that he's picked up off the ground just to like bludgeon these enemies as he's on his dying breaths. He's going out swinging with whatever he's got, and his student is there dying, but he's sitting there, as he's dying, he's just, in awe and
Yeah.
admiration of his master, watching his master go out swinging, and they, they end up looking at each other with that look of mutual respect, as well as loss. But just that idea of like, this guy's going out, this guy is going to use whatever means necessary, and the student is still learning from him even in his dying moments.
Yeah, yeah. Well put.
Powerful stuff. I love that scene.
No, I agree, and Tanner is always like smirking and laughing at me when I say this, but I love when there's like philosophy and just depth to these kinds of films, and particularly when it's interwoven with history. It's always just makes it really fun, and that's one of my ADHD qualities is I like to do my little deep dives, as you guys know.
The bad guy has a lot of philosophy and justifications for what he's doing as well. He's everything adds up for him, right? Like these people gave their lives to our country or whatever, to the shogun to be used, or like a wife is here to die for her husband, or he's always got something in his back pocket.
I was watching something recently unrelated to movies, but I think it was like it was related to movies. It was somebody asked
everything's related to movies.
Who's the German guy in Inglourious Bastards? Who's that actor?
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. Somebody asked Christoph Waltz how he made it look so easy to be so evil in that movie, and he said, well, because the Nazis didn't think that they were evil. They thought that they were that they were right, that they were doing the right thing, and so that when you think of everyone thinks that they're doing the right thing. No one thinks they're evil necessarily, but everyone thinks they're doing the right thing. That made me think of this too, because both the bad guy and the good guy here both are like, this makes sense to me. It's not necessarily one is bad and one is good, but I thought that was a cool
There's a sort of realism to their rationalizations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or he's just crazy, I mean, he's also like kind of a joker.
Rationalizing is crazy.
Yeah.
We know he's a sociopath.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely a sociopath. But by the time we got to the family and the bow and arrow, I definitely was convinced he was.
Come on,
completely
man.
without remorse.
Chill.
Just like wow.
He proved the point way earlier than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also love and this has to be intentional. There's no way it's not. Twice during this film, the word magnificent was used.
Oh yeah.
Which just, you know,
Yeah.
obviously to me
Ding,
was
ding,
thought
ding.
of as a callback to Magnificent Seven, which is a callback to Seven Samurai.
Samurai.
All roads lead back to
Magnificent.
Kurosawa.
Yeah.
So it's basically he is the one.
We're gonna kill him
So-
and make it magnificent. It was
We're gonna
like
make
it really stood out when he said it. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
man.
It was
All right.
I love
But he
it.
was that's when he was like bricked up because he just found out he was gonna have a honorable death. So he was like really, you know, swing
Yeah.
about the magnificence.
He's got a life meaning boner.
Yeah.
A life meaning boner. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. One of the lines that I loved was when I think I'm saying it right, Shinrokuro,
Mhm.
Shinrokuro,
Shinzaimon's nephew.
the nephew, thank you. He goes home, he picks up his sword, and he says, "Burn the honorary torch and wait." Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
I'll be I won't be long. If I'm late, I'll be at the Festival of the Dead.
The Festival of the
Light
Dead.
the lantern and wait.
Yeah, that was very similar to me. 300, you know, when Leonidas takes off, and you know, except it's her telling him, "Come back with your shield or on it." But it was very much like, Daddy's got to go to work. I might not see you again.
Yeah.
That was heavy, man. So good.
And then at the end, after after the battle, there's that great moment where he's walking through the ruins of the town and the bodies are strewn everywhere, and like he is one of the last standing, him and the Tanuki.
Mm.
And he's got his sword in his hand, and he kind of swings it out to the right, and it's unclear to me whether or not that's a callback to the scenes where he was practicing his strokes, before the battle,
Oh yeah.
or if he's trying to throw the sword away and just can't let go of it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because he
Oh,
just
that's
does
cool.
this one swing to the outside, and then sheaths it.
Yeah.
So maybe like the sword is part of him now
There's an
because
interesting
he's
tension.
so.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like
Wow.
he just
That's
now the sword is a part of him after this battle. Like he's fundamentally changed, and the sword is attached to him now. It's an extension of him now.
Well, you could see a scenario like 20, 15, 20, 30 years later, he's older, hopefully still alive, and someone's screwing around with somebody in town, and he like
Sequel?
goes to his bedroom and lifts up the floorboards and takes the sword, the dusty sword out.
He's Tommy Lee
kind of an old
Jones
man.
in Rolling Thunder. He's gonna say, "Let me go get my gear."
Let me go get my gear. Exactly. God, great reference, man. Ben,
We have done that movie here.
exquisite work,
We
Ben.
have.
Exquisite work.
Yeah, I've done that movie. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
So-
missed that one. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, we didn't do a pod on it, right? We just
No,
watched
that
it.
was
This
before.
is-
That was
That was
pre-podcast.
pre-pod. We
Oh.
do have to. We will have to revisit pods on the movies that we've already seen.
Yeah, we've gone through some really good bangers that are pod worthy. We've gone through some bad ones that I made Tanner suffer through, but yeah, Rolling Thunder is definitely.
You made Ben suffer through it too. It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
What do
suffered.
what do we think happens in this town? I thought they're gonna have to clean up a little bit, but they're pretty well off now. They got a ton of money dumped on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
To clear out, and now they're gonna come back, right?
Well, they got the
And just-
deposit. I don't know who's left to pay off the balance.
Yeah, that's a problem.
That's right.
But even the deposit seemed like
It looked pretty good
quite
based
a
on
bit
his
of money,
reaction.
right? He peed his pants when he saw the deposit.
I
So
mean, what if the old guy just
he's like, oh,
what if the old guy just throws it in a bag and just rides off somewhere else?
Yeah.
Says,
Yeah.
"Fuck this, I'm out."
But I think they probably just come back and clean up and rebuild, and then
Yeah.
they just don't talk about it. And
Oh,
they,
I never heard of it.
they
Yeah.
have a nice.
Don't know what you're talking about,
They have
yeah.
a nice, prosperous village that
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
quite understands why.
Well, but then also,
it's like
I
Aspen
don't
or
know.
something now.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is intentional, but again, the opposites here, the balancing of like extreme war, violence, quite literally scorched earth,
Mm.
and then perceived or potential prosperity to follow, which I think is really, really fascinating when you look at post-war revitalization. And that concept is interesting to me.
The sort of the revitalizing effect of a forest fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will say also, like, the guy runs in and they're coming, right? And they're all galloping on their horses, right? And then they all stop and park the horses and get off and just kind of walk in, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they keep rolling?
Yeah. I didn't get that either.
Stay on your horses, I guess. Stay mounted.
That's a good takeaway. Is stay on your horse.
Also,
I try not to rewrite these movies, but like, guys.
Yeah.
In that
If
case,
I recall correctly, they were stopping at that town so that the Naritsugu could pay a visit to the local civic leader there.
But
He's
hadn't the guy kind of figured out that there was going to be something waiting for them at that point?
I don't think they figured it out until Hanbei noticed the
arrows,
the villagers.
He looked up.
In them fleeing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe the peeing kid might have tipped him off.
Yeah. Also,
high five to that little kid.
You've got the high ground. Use all of your arrows before you come down. Take out at least a few more.
Yeah,
There's a shit ton of these guys.
I've been that kid at the end of a couple of late nights. Just like
that doesn't surprise me at all, Ben. Yeah. That does not surprise me.
Me too.
We all have.
Yeah, we've all.
You're lying if you say you haven't. Come on.
That's right. I heard someone, this is totally off, but I heard someone once ask Dale Earnhardt Jr. if he ever pees in the car during the race,
Yeah.
And he said, there's two kinds of drivers. There's drivers that pee in the car, and there's drivers that lie about not peeing in the car.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, the races are, how long are those races?
They're like 4 hours.
Yeah. And they're exciting. So,
and they're exciting.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta, that's tough. Can you imagine? Oh boy.
That's for our fucked up.
I cannot imagine. Yeah, that's for the fucked up pod. Yeah, we can dive more into.
We can go deeper. Deeper into that. All of that.
Can always go deeper.
You can save that for the Days of Thunder podcast.
Yes.
Oh yeah, when we were watching, like, I think he's peeing right there.
Yeah, that's the pee part.
Why is he in such a hurry?
Yeah, pee. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's really funny. Dude, this was a great choice. I loved it. I was in from the first scene through the end. I started blowing up Ben and Tanner's phones the first few minutes because it's like, damn, they really set the scene with Naritsugu. But then I was like, no, I gotta lock in.
We have to podcast for 2 hours. Are we gonna hear from you for the next 2 hours about how you're watching the movie that we all already watched? I thought he was gonna
text us every 5 minutes, like, oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. No, DeMarco, save it for the podcast. We'll see you in 2 hours.
Yeah, gonna see you in 2 hours,
buddy.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Had any of you seen this movie before?
I don't think so. No.
No. Awesome. It's a resume builder for all three of us.
I'm happy,
which is rare for Ben.
Yeah. No, I was into it.
This is our second film that Ben had not seen.
Wow.
What's the other one?
The other one was Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, of course.
Also a movie with swords.
I was going to say, it would make an interesting double feature.
I can't believe I missed that.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Speaking of Rutger Hauer, so I the way I watched this movie was borrowing it from the library, the DVD, and the first trailer was Rutger Hauer in Hobo with a Shotgun. I was like, yeah, man. That's awesome.
Magnet releases, man.
Yeah. Oh, that was such a great callback. Like, damn. We used to be a proper country, man.
It's a fantastic movie.
It's so good.
Well, with a little bit with a little bit of fire and blood, who knows?
Exactly. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well,
you can cut that out. That's fine.
No,
We can edit that
no,
right
I'll keep
up.
it in. It's funnier if it's in.
Yeah, we try to leave in as much as we
It
Josh,
can.
depends.
much worse things have been said that had to
So
get
much
cut.
worse. Yeah.
Our
yeah.
cutting room floor is filthy.
There's a lot that is hit the cutting
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Ben really went off the rails during the SWAT podcast.
He did.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this will grow our subscriber base from 6 to 8 or 9 people.
We'll
Yeah.
get there. Maybe we can get to 13.
Oh,
wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe.
way to put a bow on it. Marco.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, I'm glad you guys dug the choice.
Thank you.
I got plenty more fun recommendations for you. If if you ever feel like having me back on.
Yeah, we hope you'll come back.
I would be honored to. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, glad you guys dug it.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Thank you all so much for tuning in with us and listening to this podcast, Action Club Podcast. Until next time, I'm your host, Marco Crum. We got Ben Weber, Tanner Spies, and Josh, the movie guy. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.
The movie.
367.
Fuck yeah.
Put that on the podcast so I can make new friends.
I'm gonna start the podcast off with that.
This might.
And then at the end, we
Ben
can remind them as well.
Text your questions, comments, and concerns to this number.
That's right. Quality control.
Tanner and I.